Hello everybody. I thought I'd show you some of the results of the different mediums that I use with my earth pigments. Now these are some experiments that I've done. So most of these pieces aren't for sale. They're just experimenting. So this one is earth pigments with acrylic medium. And that's an acrylic mixing medium. I don't know whether you can see, it just shows close up. You can see it's very textured. I don't know whether you can see because of the light, but it's very opaque as well, very thick paint. It works really well with an acrylic mixing medium. I used it because I just had some left over. I won't buy more because I don't really want to use acrylic anymore, but I had some, so I just was practicing with it. It also ruins your brushes because it is so thick and it's really gritty and you can't really mull it, so you get a very textured piece, and it's very buildable. Another one that makes a lot of texture is wallpaper paste. So this one was just mixed with wallpaper paste on cardboard, directly onto cardboard, no gesso. So this one again, I'll show you close up, is again very, very textured. Took a lot of coats to get it to show this much. It was very transparent. That sound that you can hear is my cat nibbling the branches of my painting, as cats are wont to do. So this one I also added just a little bit of there's some little shiny bits here, which are some little bronzy flakes that I had. I just kind of stuck them in. But wallpaper paste and earth pigments, knackersy brushes, very difficult to work with, lots and lots of layers, but it is very buildable. If you wanted a thick, very textured piece, then this is the way to go, but you can't get any detail. But I think it would probably be quite good for larger pieces. This one is just an experiment I did, just paints directly onto paper, no mixing medium other than water, pigment and water, and it is very good colour, good opacity. It actually isn't that much different. It's very dusty. You can see it actually comes off on my finger if I rub it on the paper. Kind of acts almost like a chalk. It would do. This one is just water and earth pigment straight onto a gessoed piece of cardboard. It's still quite dusty, but it actually came on quite well, actually worked quite well. But it was difficult to get the darker colours to build. But actually, I did that well over a year ago, and it's stayed on exactly the same as when it went on. The only thing is, if you just mix it with water, you have to put the colours side by side. You can't put one colour on top of the other because it just takes it off straight away. And this one was actual earth pigment watercolours, so mixed with, I think these ones were mixed with honey and water as the binder, and this is directly onto cardboard with no gesso. So you can see it's a little bit lighter. The gesso really helps to give some more depth to the colour, so So it's a lot lighter, but it is buildable. You can layer it on top, you can layer one colour on top of the other. So this was just straight onto cardboard. And then this one that I'm working on behind me, this one is Earth Pigment watercolours on watercolour paper. And this is an early stage piece, so it's definitely building. And finally, last but not least, this one is the only one I've done with oils. So this was a very early experiment with oil and earth pigments. I'll just put the camera down. I didn't mould this one very much. I think I did actually a little bit, but not very much. And I actually used linseed oil, but I found it very smelly. I couldn't cope with the fumes. It made my eyes water. And it was really, really difficult to build. So that was my first experiment. So I am going to experiment again with oils. I'm just waiting to order some aluminium storage tubes, because storing it was another problem that I had, because obviously it dries out. But you can get very thick. I think I only had about 4 colours when I did this one, so they were all pretty much similar shades, but the black actually worked quite well. The only one that would not mix with the oils was the white limestone that I had, which was just awful with the oils. It mixes really well with the acrylic binder and with watercolour medium, and just on its own, just with water. Did not like wallpaper paste at all, and it did not like oil at all. So you live and learn with these experiments. So thank you very much for watching, and take care, and me and my cat Artie will see you again one day. Bye.